All right, guys, so we need to talk about a very interesting leak for Grand Theft Auto 6 that was posted on 4chan the other day. And this has blown up. It has been all over social media, it's been all over forums, it's been all over websites. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to find out if this thing is real, if it's fake, if it's somewhere in between. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So it comes from an anonymous poster who said update on GTA 6, where they said, "Hey guys, I've been working in Rockstar Games for about 5 years, and I'm very familiar with the games and the development process. I've been really enjoying the development in the last couple of months for GTA 6, and I believe the quality of the game is finally matching with all the expectations and hype. I took this screenshot during a Rockstar employee event in September. We're already at 80% development content for the game, and there are still many big features to implement. Most of the game systems are already implemented and functional. We've done a bunch of content testing for both open worlds and Heist. The biggest challenge was making sure we have a solid and cohesive environment that allows us to work and play with freedom. This environment is the main reason Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was such a big success. Anyways, I just wanted to share our knowledge with you guys to let you know what to expect in GTA 6, and I'm glad to be a part of the development team." So that's the entirety of what they said. There's also a screenshot which we'll look at in a little bit. The first thing I do when I look at something like this is it grammatically correct? Does it make sense in terms of sentences and punctuation? And it kind of does. Maybe this person's first language is not English, so I'm going to give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt there. They've been working at Rockstar for 5 years, if this is indeed true. So they've probably been working on GTA 6 since the very beginning, if that was the case. Like, let's assume they really started working on GTA 6 after Red Dead Redemption 2 came out. That was over 3 years ago. So if he started 5 years ago, definitely in the early workings of the game, and maybe GTA 6 officially started back in 2013 when Rockstar completed the game for the first generation it was on. But we know that it has since then come out for PlayStation 4 in that generation, then PC, and then this year in 2022, it's going to come out again. So who knows what's going on there. But he says he's been enjoying the development process. He says the quality of the game is going to be amazing. We'll take a look at the screenshot in a little bit. They say they're 80% development. Now, if that's the case, I don't know what that means. If that's good news for the release date, bad news for the release date, because I don't think each portion of development percentage-wise is the same. Like, I would imagine the last 10% is like really nailing down the nitty-gritty, the fine details, whereas the first 10% might be like a rough draft, like getting the story and the characters and the map where the game is going to take place. So I don't even know what to make of 80% content for the game. There's still so many big features to implement. It looks like they've done lots of testing for the open world and Heist, although I'm not sure what that means. Like, of course we know there's going to be new features in GTA 6. With the biggest challenge, though, being that they have a solid and cohesive environment that allows them to work and play with freedom. I don't know what this means. It sounds so weird. And we know that GTA San Andreas was a success because of, like, GTA's open world. Like, that to me just seems so odd. And then he basically ended by just saying, "I'm glad to be a part of the development team." I'm just really confused by that entire thing. You guys can let me know what you think about it in those comments down below. I don't know. Let's take a look at the screenshot that this guy ended up getting here. It's this right here, which looks to be like we're out in the ocean. We're looking in towards the city skyline with the clouds and the sky in the background. Now, in case you guys are wondering what city this is based off of, it's actually Miami. That's right. That is downtown Miami, which feeds into the rumors that this is going to be in Vice City, which is fictional Miami. Essentially, every rumor that you've seen so far, it has us going back to Vice City. I mean, for the most part, it's the only main city that does not have an HD version. We have HD Liberty City, HD Los Santos. I mean, technically, we don't have HD Las Venturas and San Fierro, but you guys get the drift there. So it would make sense for Rockstar to go back and remaster and remake that city, put Vice City in the HD era. Now, what's weird about this is there's actually a real-life photo that's very, very similar to this. Now, let's just assume this is real right now. There's no guarantee that it is. if this is real, you would think that Rockstar would want to try and model this as correctly as possible, but it really aligns up with this image right here as well. It almost looks like they just sort of edited a real life photo to make it look more like a Grand Theft Auto game. Now, if you just compare the two images, most of the buildings are exactly the same as the real life shot, excluding the two white buildings to the right of the middle shot. It seems like they might have been flipped horizontally and then added back in order to make the shot look different from the original. But other than that, most all the buildings are in the exact same positioning as real life. So it might be possible that the original uploader took the source photo themselves to avoid reverse image search. So for example, we could like plug this into Google and be able to see where it originally came from. So they might have added their own water and clouds or took it from another game or image, like maybe from Microsoft Flight Simulator or something like that. Now, also, just playing devil's advocate, if this is a real photo, it does look like a game and not like it was taken in real life. Now, going back to what he said, I took this screenshot during a Rockstar employee event in September. So that would have been 2 or 3 months ago. And he was just able to take this random screenshot. Like, did he have access to it on his computer? Because it does not look like it was taken from either a smartphone or a camera. It literally looks like it was directly captured from a PC or a console or whatever this would have been playing on. And I don't know how he would have gotten that or had anyone had the ability to do that, knowing Rockstar and how Loctite they are. A couple of other things that I've noticed here. It looks like if this is true, we're going to have another skyscraper that's under this infinite construction. So if we thought the Mile High Club was bad, well, we've just got a 2.0 version in GTA 6. So in sort of wrapping up, what's my final opinion here? I don't know if it is a copy from this original photo, but it's definitely not the same image. I don't think it's from a GTA game. It could be a real photo that was photoshopped, adding different clouds and water, or just clever editing. It also looks like the level of detail would be too low for GTA 6, because if that's the case, I was expecting the graphics to look a lot better. But if this was a development screenshot, it certainly would not be the final product, so don't get too worked up over that. And a lot of people have also been comparing this to the in-game house that can be found in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the definitive edition. Remember, we've been talking about this Florida house over the last couple of weeks. Many believe that this was Rockstar sneaking in their first bit of GTA 6 graphics or throwing another hint at where the location might be, but doing so in the definitive edition of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. A lot of people here are comparing the clouds, saying that they look similar, that the style ultimately looks similar as well. So long story short, I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. What do you think of all this? Do you think we're looking at yet another image or screenshot from GTA 6? Or do you think this leak is entirely fake or somewhere in the middle? Let me know what you guys are thinking in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.